More now on the rescues happening in the water following all of that rainfall yesterday and the flooding.
People are still trapped in their homes. So we want to check in with our local 10 News reporter, Roy Ramos. Roy, tell us where you're at. It looks like, wow, very, very flooded in that neighborhood there.
Incredible.
So I'm actually on the back of a swamp buggy right now with FWC and Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue. We are traveling through the area of Edgewood right now that you can see is completely underwater. More than 20 inches of water in this area, and we just received a call a short time ago of an elderly woman trapped inside of a mobile home. Now, I know that there was some discussion that people in mobile homes may have not suffered a lot of damage because those mobile homes are high up off of the ground. Well, this woman is trapped inside of her home, and for that reason, this crew is headed over there right now. You can see some people inside of their homes right there, that gentleman inside of his house, but the water clearly a foot inside of his residence. I want to take you to some video that we were able to obtain just a short time ago, also of the area of Edgewater, and you can see people right there just in more than a foot of water walking around their neighborhoods because they're unable to move their vehicles. Many of the vehicles out here disabled, and we've seen tow trucks also out here trying to pull some of those vehicles out. As you can imagine, crews like the one I'm with right now, they've been going back and forth throughout the day making rescues. And I did get a chance to speak to a woman who was with her 3 children overnight. She says that the water was so high they had to sleep on their children's top bunk bed. Take a listen to what she told me.
We've been living here for years. Nothing like this has ever happened. By the time the water started coming in, that we started noticing, it was getting higher. We started packing bags. Maybe around 8, I would say, the water just literally just surged in, and we got trapped in the house, and we had no other choice but to spend the night in there.
So as we come back out live, you can see more vehicles right there just submerged under these high flood waters, people walking around to see what they can salvage. And the crew that we're with right now, again, FWC, Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue, they are just basically going home to home, checking with each resident to make sure that they are okay, that they are safe, that they don't need anything to help them in this situation. So you can see this gentleman right here just asking if they're okay. Several of these people outside of their homes right there. And that's what we've been seeing throughout the day, but take a look at the conditions here. So the crew that I'm with, they're going to continue to drive around this area of Edgewood right here, and anyone that needs assistance, they'll be sure to help them out. For now, in Edgewood, Fort Lauderdale, Roy Ramos, Local 10 News.
And Roy, I have to just chat with you for a moment here because you're just getting such an incredible vantage point with what is going on. And look, you have covered many, many storms, hurricanes, some that are very, very strong, and I know you've been out there. This is something to behold, though. I mean, I can't remember a time that I've seen you reporting and I've seen flooding like this.
No, in fact, we've been down in the Keys, we've been out in the Bahamas, and I've never seen waters this high, more than 20 inches. I don't think we've ever experienced anything like that. In fact, I was in the Bahamas with my photographer, Donnie Dallas, and we were in that area that was hard hit over there, and nothing like this. I mean, cars we're seeing completely submerged, and I'm talking about over the roofs of some of these vehicles. Obviously, that's the vehicles that are in the lower lying areas, but nonetheless, I mean, these cars are destroyed, and that water also getting into homes out here.
And we're seeing people walking in all of this water, which I suspect is not very safe for these people to be doing. What are the folks that you're riding with? What are they telling people to do? Stay put, to come on board? What's their suggestion?
Well, this woman right here was obviously in need of some assistance, so they're bringing her in the boat right now, or excuse me, into the to the swamp buggy right now. She's with Broward County Schools. And you can see that her boots there just completely filled because the water levels are so high right now. But obviously she was in need of assistance. As for walking through these waters, Christy, as you mentioned, not the best thing to do because even while we are driving in this swamp buggy right here, the driver is very cautious because at times we'll be on roads and he tells me, hey, sit down because we don't know if there's a ditch on either side of the vehicle. So for that reason, it's also not safe for people to be walking in this water.
Right, you just don't know what's underneath all that water.
No.
Exactly, and in some cases where the road ends and perhaps a lake or a piece of body of water begins.
Yeah, it could be potentially a lot of injuries, so we want to keep everybody safe, of course. You don't want to walk in the water. You also don't want to drive in the water, because if you can't see the roads, that is a very dangerous situation. But wow, this is just an incredible sight to see. No one could have predicted this historic flooding.
Roy, do you have any numbers in terms of how many people have been rescued? Have they talked about how many families, children, dogs, animals, pets, and things like that they've actually had to take and rescue?
No numbers as of yet, but I can tell you that we spotted dozens of families at the staging area, if you want to call it that, off of State Road 84 and 9th Avenue. That's where they're taking all the residents. It's basically a Winn-Dixie parking lot, and the Red Cross is there assisting those families. But you heard from that one woman I spoke with. That was just one of dozens of families that we saw right there, just on the side of the shopping center with whatever they could grab from their homes, because they just needed to get up and go. But like I mentioned before, these rescue operations are going to continue throughout the day. So whatever that number is, I'm sure it will be rising.
Absolutely. All right, Roy, we'll let you keep gathering some information there and bring us these incredible images. It really is such a sight to see. So we'll check back in with you shortly.